Guys, we got quarterback Frank Harris here. JJ, get us started, and then we'll go to Greg Luca.
Hey, Frank, congratulations. What was just the mood like there at the end of the game?
Appreciate that, but it was a crazy feeling. We appreciate all the fans that came out there and supported us. This is a long journey, and we couldn't do it without them. And it's just a great feeling knowing we went out there and executed.
That end of the game was kind of crazy. Those last 2 minutes, what was just like the vibe on the sideline with the guys there?
It was, like you said, it was crazy. But I know when defense went out there, they're physical, and I knew those guys were gonna go out there and execute. So there was no doubt in my mind those guys were gonna hold them, and just a great feeling.
How do you think you played today?
I did okay. I missed a couple of throws in the red zone. One of the keys to victory for the offense was touchdowns, not field goals, and I came up short on a couple of those, so I got to improve on those for next weekend.
We'll go Greg Luca and then Stephen Whitaker.
Frank, you've been around this program for a while. Can you give us your perspective on what this win means for UTSA to knock off a Big Ten team like this in your opener for this season?
It means a lot. I mean, it just shows that, if we buy into the culture, that we're capable of doing things like this. And, just going out there every day and practice, competing against one another. And I was actually showing now going against opponents in a big-time opponent like this. So it's just a great thing for the program.
How does this kind of carry you forward? Does this create anything that you can utilize for the next few weeks and even the rest of the year?
Like we've been saying, you don't eat the cheese. So we're going to, take this under our wing for 24 hours. And then when we watch the film tomorrow, we're going to bury it and then get ready for tomorrow.
Okay, Stephen, go ahead, and then we'll go Chase Shannon.
Frank, you and Zakari seem to be on the same page tonight. What was it you were seeing that allowed you two to connect so easily?
I think that just the coverage, and it was just great play calling. He's going to win 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10. I just got to get those guys a chance. And him, all my receivers, when I look out there, I know all those guys can make plays, but it just so happened that it was Zakari.
Hey, Frank, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's it like from your perspective as a quarterback when you're on that last defensive possession and you're sitting there, you biting your nails? How do you kind of watch and take that in when your defense is trying to make one last stop?
I know the other zero is going to handle him. I know Shaw's going to have my back like I got his back. He's the leader of the defense, and I know those guys can go out there and execute. We'll get pressure on the quarterback, and I go against those guys every day at practice, and I hate it. So it's just great. It's just great seeing those guys go out there and do what they do to me at practice in a real game.
You guys had kind of a patchwork offensive line after you lost some guys there early in the game. What can you say about their work, and also Brendan and Sincere keep pounding it away and making sure you had that last drive there?
The O-line, they just didn't blink. We moved KD to center. We put down Pastucci in a couple times. We put Jalen Galmore in. But those guys always work each and every week to go out there and for opportunities like this, and they showed up. I'm just grateful for those guys. And Brady and Sincere are just 2 great backs. You don't really lose much or any when Sincere comes out and Brady goes in. Brady's a great back, but he gets overlooked because Sincere is actually a great back as well. So I'm so happy for Brady, for his confidence, for everything for him, because he works hard, doesn't say much. So somebody like that to actually go out there and accomplish things like that, I just couldn't be more grateful for him.
Okay, Ryder, go ahead and wrap us up.
Frank, congrats on the big win tonight. So it seemed like when you guys came out of the gates there to start the game, you're really attacking with the short passing game, mostly on those, crossing routes to the numbers. Was there anything in the scouting report that really told you that was going to be a point of weakness to really get at?
We knew they was going to play off a little bit, and then they started playing a little off more than what we expected. So Coach Lenny did a great job of just calling short routes just to get the ball out of my hands and letting receivers do what they do and get some yards at the catch, and it kind of worked out for us.
And then lastly, what was the feeling of finally being able to play in front of a packed house again? I mean, of course, finally having the fans back in attendance in mass, how did it feel out there?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was an unbelievable feeling going out there, seeing all the people in the crowd, and they weren't even for us, but it was still crazy. And the crowd that we did have for us was actually a lot of people, so we appreciate those people. And we just can't wait to get back in Alamo Dome and have the Alamo Dome rocking, and just hope to see everybody Saturday for the game.
Thank you, Frank.
Yes, sir.